so far so good. We've passed a number of stranded trucks. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the vlog. We are just leaving Split. I don't know if you can see through the dirty window. Down there is Split and the Adriatic. Today is going to be an interesting drive home because, as you can see, it's really nice and sunny here. At home it's snowing, and we've got to go up over the mountains where it's snowing. So there really are only a handful of directions you need to remember to drive from Split to Jajce, and having gone out of town, following the signs to this place in, then we're going to turn right here. It's like the first big turning you have to remember, and this takes us down to Thrill, which is the home of the Thrill Blues Festival, which will be the fifth one of those, will be on the first weekend in July, and that's when the Four Hombres and Flowery will release their album. So as we just come round this bend, there's a turning on the right, and if you turned up there, there is the park where the Blues Festival happens. But we're going over the bridge here, turning left, heading up towards the border. About 5 kilometres out from the border, and we've just driven into a snow cloud on top of this mountain. Although it's sunny over there, this is a cloud of snow, and you probably can't see it, but there are very, very, very small snowflakes falling out the window.
They're not falling out the window, they're falling out the sky.
So this you could very much describe as a climate clash that we have on our left hand side, the winter that's in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and on our right hand side, the springtime that's in Dalmatia, Croatia, and we're kind of riding the line between them. So while we are still in Croatia for the next 5 minutes, I should at least say why are we in Croatia. We've been in Croatia this weekend for the Split Marathon event. We will not talk about that really, because there are many past vlogs which give you the sort of story that we would talk about if we were to talk about it. But I want to show you this photo. They had a big banner up at the end of the Riva, which is the main kind of seafront cafe area in Split, and it had the names of all the runners who were taking part in the various events of the weekend on here, and this is our names. And I think this photo really nicely sums up what life is like for us here in the Western Balkans, because although we understand the language, and although we understand the culture, and although a lot of local people treat us like local people, we will never be local people, and you can see why. Nice and quick on the border, no problems, which is what we like. It's still not even an hour since we left the shopping centre in Split, so it's really nice that we're making good time, because looking up ahead it is cloudy and grey over the mountains, and we're probably not going to be driving that fast. So yeah, we'll make the most of this last little bit of sunshine. We're in a supermarket car park in Leave now, which is technically halfway home, but we've got here in an hour and a half, which I don't quite understand how we've done that, but we have, which is nice. And we've got 2 hours to go from here. I have this, which I'm just about to eat, and I have this, which will keep me wide awake on the next bit of the journey home, which is the slightly more tricky bit. So because we stopped at the supermarket here, we didn't go to the roundabout that's just there to turn right, which would be like the third important direction you need from Split to Jajce, but we're just turning right out of the car park, and yeah, back on the road again. We are into the 10 kilometres of danger wild horses bit, and sadly we just missed bringing you some wild horses. There were like 3 or 4 grown-ups on the foal on the side of the road. We do have a couple of photos. Last year when we went to run in Split, we saw loads of them just up the top there. So on a day when it isn't cloudy and snowing, there's really, really nice views across here towards the mountains of Kupres, and it's very kind of Middle-earthy. It is nice to know the road well when you're driving these kind of conditions, although I have to be honest, it's so weird everything being whited out. But even some of that I wasn't exactly sure where I was. So this is where you go past lorries that have realised they can't actually get up the mountain anymore. If you could see through the snow over there, that's Kupres, the ski centre we've been to a few times. There's some old blocks from there, and the turning is just up ahead of us. And then a couple of kilometres further up on that side is Stoja, where we went for the first time last year, which is another cool little ski centre. And maybe we're going there in a couple of weeks, who knows. If this weather holds, then we probably will, which would be nice. So far so good. We've passed a number of stranded trucks. Hello. Like for example this fella here. So yeah, sufficiently icy on the way up that a truck without snow chains couldn't get over, but we were fine, and going down is fine. We stopped to clean the windscreen. We're off the mountain, needed the toilet. Yeah, just went in without a coat. It's probably a mistake. But anyway, back on the road again. Fourth direction, we're in Donji Vakov. We're turning left to Jajce. If you look up there on the sign, it says Bihać Jajce. And this is it, the last turn of the journey in terms of a junction until we get to Jajce and we turn over the bridge. This is it, we're coming up to the fifth and final instruction, which is turn left here to go over the bridge and into Jajce, and that's it. We're back home, and so let's drive across the bridge. That is it for this week's vlog. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Do give us a thumbs up for snowy driving, and do leave us a comment or question if you want to know more. Do remember that together we do adventure, and we'll see you next time.